くぞ
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and I have Ash at A3, and we're going to see just how strong this character is. We saw what he could do at A1, getting 900 million against Gilray, which is absolutely freaking nuts. But now that he's at A3, he's got 5 maxed imprint stones on him, and I'm using the new BS set. And I got to tell you guys, so far, I haven't tested every single set. I have tested the 7-9 set versus this set, and this set, so far, I've only tested against one other set, has been the strongest, right? But it's only, I've only tested 2 different card sets, so I can't say it's the strongest yet. For Nameless, it's not. The Idol Kula set is better than this set on Nameless, which is actually pretty interesting because this set gives a solid 21% extra attack, but it also gives, increased Ball Syndrome burn and darkness damage by 75%. Well, both of these characters have darkness, but Ash benefits tremendously from this, man. I mean, he just gets so much extra dark damage from having this set, and then the extra 21% attack, and then the extra increased attack by 22% for 7 seconds on a 10-second cooldown. So every other 3 seconds, this attack's going to be up as long as you're doing a strike skill, which is quite often. And you would hear that, and since Nameless has 2 strike skills, you would think that Nameless would be stronger, but it just goes to show you how powerful that Idol Kula set is on characters that have multiple strike skills, whereas a character like Ash here, and I will test Idol Kula set on him, I haven't done it yet, but I'm pretty sure that this set's probably going to be better because Ash actually has 2 blast skills in his active skills instead of 2 strike. And I've kind of buffed him up more to where I feel like blast skills are going to be better for this character. But this set's actually pretty OP for Ash. Is it number 1? I will do some further testing. I will let you guys know in the future. And we're going to run this, the BS options card here. And we're also going to run this the Intama card. Now, if you don't have the Intama card, you can definitely go with a different critical rate card. The current option card that's in the BS banner right now, if you're lucky enough to get this thing, is pretty damn OP because it increases your critical damage by 20%. If you have this card and that other BS option card that I just showed you guys that has 7% critical rate, that will be godly. Those 2 option cards would be absolutely nuts on a character like Ash, who does an insane amount of hits. He does lots of critical hits. He's got an extra 4% critical rate in his core, and a similar, setup like Nameless. As far as the 3 PGs, he's got an increased attack by 2% on this one, and he's got an increased active skill damage by 4.5%. And none of these cards are transcendent, okay? So there is a lot of room to grow. I can make him way stronger than what you guys are about to see. Now, as far as stones, he's actually pretty simple. You want to go with darkness stones for sure, because this is the only dot he has available. So he's actually pretty easy to figure out what you want to put on him. So, give him just attack with darkness would be the best way to go. As far as the BS stones, the first stone here has actually increased the blast skill. This is actually a volume 1 stone. The volume 5 stone increases strike skill damage. It still would be a good stone. It still would be just fine. I've seen a guy hit 3.4 billion and use that stone. It would be just fine if that's the only stone you have available. Not everybody's been playing this game for, over a year, right? We got a lot of new players that's been starting up this game. So they're not going to be able to get their hands on that stone. Because as we know, when it comes to returning banners, they don't ever put the original stones in for those characters, which is a bunch of crap. I really wish they would do that. The second stone is increased to critical damage. Now, this is a BS Volume 3 stone, and I think it's a really good stone for Ash because he does a lot of hits. He's got a lot of critical rate with the option cards that I have on him. He's got the 4% critical rate from his core. He just does lots of hits, so having that extra critical damage is actually kind of nice. The stone that you can get for the BS Volume 5 would still be fine. And then the third one is just a Volume 5 stone that increases target damage received. And again, just like with Nameless, I don't think this is the best stone for him. I think that increased active skill damage or the BS Volume 3 stone, I said BS Volume 3 earlier, the BS Volume 4 stone has the critical damage. So this is a BS Volume 4 stone. I said Volume 3 earlier. This is BS Volume 4. But if I had the BS Volume 3 stone in this hexagon slot, I would get another extra critical damage by 25%, which would be 50% critical damage if both my diamond and hexagon stones had the critical damage. But I just opted to go ahead and use this stone for Ash because the ones that I have equipped on other characters that I use on a regular basis. He does have max capsules. I mean, pretty much max build. And the cool thing about Ash, and this is something that probably gets overlooked by a lot of players, is, obviously he's got the increased damage by 18% of critical hit, and the PG rate, the darkness damage increase, which is great, the 8% blast skill damage increase. By the way, the 8% blast skill damage increase works really well if you have, you know, certain stones that increase your blast skills. If you can increase your blast skills on Ashe, that's really the way to go in my opinion. But, you know, the become immune to darkness is really great for Nightmare Geese. And then we have the deal darkness damage equal to 250% attack to the target upon every successful attack. And what that means, right, is that no matter what you're doing, no matter what skill you're doing, no matter if you're doing a 3PG, your default, you're applying darkness. You're applying that dot. And as you guys will see, Ashe is so powerful and does so many hits. Even when he's doing his 3PG, he will take a full meter from Omega Rugal, a full meter, and break it down during that long duration of his 3PG and completely demobilize or immobilize Rugal. Yeah, it is freaking nuts. The immune to fear, obviously, for PvP. I mean, Ashe is actually quite strong in PvP, but this is going to be about PvE. And then, of course, if we have Fest version of Ashe on the team, we get an extra 140% to active skill damage, which is insane. And then having Psyche on the team gives us that 20% HP. And Ashe, I mean, he does need it. I mean, because he can break the meters super, super fast on Rugal, you can keep him alive without a healing striker, at least at A3. You can absolutely do it. I've done this a few times, and he hasn't died yet. And if you guys are wondering, why am I playing Omega Rugal? It's because I'm actually recording this video a day ahead of time, because I actually tomorrow, or the time that, or the date that this is actually going to get released, I'm going to be very, very busy. I just won't have the time to make a video. So I just want to make sure that I have a video ready for you guys that was uploaded on time. So against Omega, and we'll test out Ashe, you know, later on against Nightmare Geese, you know, at A3 to see what he can do. But we're going to put it on Expert because this is where we need darkness. We're just going to use Ashe's leadership. We're going to use Nameless's for our striker bonus. The Nameless will give that extra decreased skill cooldown by 1 second, which is really, really nice. And then, of course, the PG rate and the increased attack. Now, I could put all, you know what, actually, you know what I could do? Let me do something here. Let me put all BS fighters on the team, or actually all attack fighters, right? Because Ashe will get below that 70% HP threshold. So let me go ahead and put a couple attack fighters on here, and that's going to give us an extra 5% attack, as you guys can see. And then we'll go ahead and put both Ashe and Psyche, Ashe strikers, so that way we can get the bonuses, because they only need to be on the team. It doesn't matter if they're, yeah, in a striker position. It doesn't matter if they're in the team composition. Either way, it works. Now let me see if I can find Psyche here really quick. There we are. All right, so we're still going to get that 20% HP, and we're still going to get the extra attack by 140%, having Fest version of Ashe on team. Now watch this. This is absolutely freaking nuts. All right, we're going to do that again because I wasn't happy with the score. I know he can do better than what I was actually showing. So we're going to try it again. But this is actually insane, guys. Like, the amount of meter that he can break all at once is just nuts. When he does the 3PG, watch this crap. This is crazy. And, oh man, that bastard. And you really want to hit that third skill as much as you can, like just tap the crap out of it. Now, look where the meter was at on Rugal, right? So Rugal's waking up right now, and we're going to break the entire meter all over again. Look at that. Boom. I mean, it's just nuts, guys. He's going to blow up on us. Okay, we're going to hit that 3PG. And the cool thing about Ashe is, like, even when Rugal goes into an iframe, you're still going to be doing darkness to him, right? You do your 3PG, you're still going to be applying darkness to this character. And we're going to go ahead and let Pokey blow up on us. Alright, so that way we could get as much of the awakened skill in as we can. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just going 2-1 and tapping the 3 as much as I can. There we go. Bye-bye, meter. Now, we do take a lot of damage. Oh, crap. If he had that decreased skill cooldown whenever he had darkness applied, like Nameless, maybe that'd be too broken, really. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep applying. All right, now we're going to hit our 3 PG, right? We're going to break that meter, and by the time we break that meter, we'll be able to use our Awakened skill to start running through our rotations. Nose itches. All right, here we go. Look at that, boom. $2 million, guys, or 2 billion. My bad. Come on, attack me. That damn bug. Just gonna hit the 3 PG. It's kind of hard to talk and play at the same time, but and there you guys go, man. Look at that score, right? 2.2 billion right now. $2.3 billion, right? And that's with no transcendent cards whatsoever. No transcendent cards at all on expert mode. Pretty freaking nuts character, man. Pretty crazy that he was able to do that. And like I said, the new BS set is the strongest set on him so far, but I've only tested 2 different sets. I've just tested the 7 Knights, and I've just tested the new BS set. So I'll do some further testing for you guys to see, which of the sets, which is the best set. But it might be number 1. It might be. I mean, there is another set in the game where it does, I think it increases, let me see if I can find it really quick here. Where is it at? This set, it just increases burn and chill. So maybe that would have been a good one for Nameless right there, but not really so much for Ash. The 7 Knights set is actually a really awesome set for him. I mean, with the 7 Knights set, I was getting like 2.2 billion. So just 100 million less than the new BS set, but I know a lot of you weren't playing during the 7 Knights collaboration, so you're probably not going to have that set. I mean, this set right here increased shock, darkness damage and shock by 75%, and then your active skill damage by 23% on top of 21% extra attack. It's actually a pretty OP set for Ash, but it's not the best set. The new BS set's actually better, but considering the new BS set's a best set, I kind of would have expected a little bit more from it, but so far it is the strongest set that I've tested so far on Ash. But again, I've only tested 2 sets. So let me know what y'all think about Ash getting 2.3 billion against Omega Rugal on expert mode. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.